Welcome to Getting Started with Bookshare. Here you will learn how students with reading barriers can access over 1 million free books with Bookshare. Today we will cover what Bookshare is and who is eligible, how to get books to students and get them reading, and strategies to ensure success with Bookshare in the classroom. Approximately 5% of students have barriers to reading and comprehending printed materials. To fully participate in the classroom, they need access to the same materials at the same time as their peers, in formats that work for them. This is where Bookshare comes in. Bookshare is an ebook library with over 1 million titles in formats that work for students who need accessible materials. For some students, that means books and audio, highlighted text with synchronized audio, Braille, or various digital text formats. Best of all, Bookshare is free for qualified U.S. students of any age, thanks to funding from the U.S. Department of Education, Office of Special Education Programs. The collection includes textbooks, fiction, nonfiction, award winners and bestsellers, career and technical materials, a growing collection of human narrated books, and so much more. Books are available for students of all ages, from pre-K through 12th grade, post-secondary, and vocational education programs. We have over 40,000 books in Spanish and books in over 60 other languages. Bookshare is a great resource for books for both school and pleasure. Bookshare books are available 24/7 with no limitations on the amount of time students have access to the books. Unlike other digital libraries, there is no need to check out a book, place a hold, or return the book. Bookshare books can be read on a variety of devices that students have access to in school and home, such as computers and Chromebooks, smartphones and tablets, Braille devices, smart speakers, and specialized assistive technology devices. Bookshare has our own suite of reading tools called the Bookshare Reader. It is available for computers and Chromebooks, mobile devices, and the Alexa smart speaker. Bookshare Reader offers many ways to customize the audio, font type and size, and the color and contrast. Students must have a qualifying disability to use Bookshare, and they generally fall under 3 categories: visual impairment, learning or reading disability, or physical disability. If a student's disability affects their ability to read and comprehend traditional printed materials, they may qualify for Bookshare. One way to think of this is Bookshare is for students who can't hold a book in their hands and turn the pages, can't see the words on the page, or can't decode or comprehend the words on the page. To qualify for Bookshare, a professional with appropriate expertise must certify that an individual meets at least one of those qualifications, based on having evaluated the student or have reviewed student evaluations, IEPs, or other school documentation. Bookshare offers 2 account types. Educators sign up for what we call an organizational account. These accounts can be created at a school or district level. On the district level, the accounts are often managed by the assistive technology, visual impairment, or special education departments. On organizational accounts, educators add their qualified students to the account roster. Note that Bookshare calls educators sponsors and refers to students as members on these accounts. Accounts can have as many sponsors and members as desired. Sponsors find and assign books to the students, and then students log in on the device of their choice and read their books. They can only read books that have been assigned to them. Bookshare also offers individual memberships for both students and non-students. Students can have both types of accounts. Individual memberships allow students to independently search the full Bookshare collection and read what they want when they want it. For students who are struggling with reading, being able to read what they want for pleasure, in addition to the required coursework, can help them improve their reading skills and encourage a lifelong love of reading. These accounts are free for students. Non-students can also sign up for an individual membership for a low yearly fee. Both types of accounts are created on the Bookshare website by selecting the Sign Up Today button. Bookshare saves teachers time by providing immediate access to accessible education materials for their students. There is no need to request books ahead of time, and each title is automatically available in a variety of formats. Teachers can easily assign reading from anywhere and provide students with easy access to all the books they need. This empowers students to read more independently with less teacher intervention, and helps students with reading barriers access the grade-level content they need to be successful in school and become a reader for life. Now that we are through the basics, I am going to show you how both educators and students interface with the Bookshare website. First, I will log in as a sponsor, and I will be taken to the My Bookshare page. The My Bookshare page is your dashboard where you add students and other sponsors. To start, I will add a new student to my account. Select the Members link, and then select the Add Member button and fill in the required information. Be sure to set a username and password, as this is how students log in and find their assigned books. Next, selecting the type of disability serves as proof of disability. Nothing more is needed. Also be sure to note if the student has an IEP or 504. While these are not necessary for students to access Bookshare, we do collect this information for reporting purposes. Also, students who have IEPs have access to materials from the National Instructional Materials Access Center, often referred to as the NIMAC. The NIMAC contains textbooks and other books that are only available to students with IEPs. When you are finished, select Save. You will have the option of assigning books or adding the student to a reading list. For now, I will select Not Now, so I can show you the different ways to find Bookshare books. There are 3 ways to find Bookshare books. The easiest way is to search in the search bar that is found at the top of the page on the Bookshare website. You can search by title, author, or ISBN. For a more narrow search, select the Advanced Search link. Here you have the option to enter information in a variety of fields. You can also filter by category. If you're not sure what book you want your students to read, select the Browse link. The Browse page contains special collections curated by the Bookshare Collection Development Team. As I mentioned earlier, students can only read books that have been assigned to them. There are 2 ways to assign books, one at a time using the Assign button, or by adding several books to a reading list that you create and assign students to. When you find the book you want, simply select the Assign button, and then select the student or students you wish to assign that book to. Select the Assign button, and students have immediate access to that book. Reading lists are an effective way to assign several books at once. The lists can be created by grade, class, student, topic, or any way you like. To create a reading list, select the My Reading List link and then the Create button. Give your list a name and select the sharing permissions. You can either share the list with a student or students you wish to have access to that list, or you can share it with the organization. This means that other sponsors on the account can access that list and use it with their students. Select Save when finished. Next, you will add the members you wish to access the books on this list. Select the Add Members button and select the students or student from your roster you wish to read the books. Select Add Selected Members. Next, select the Titles link. Then select the Add Books link and search for titles. Repeat this process until you have added all the books you wish to add. When you're finished, select Save and Close. Students on that list now have access to all of those books. Now I will show you how students log in and find their assigned books. Students log in with a username and password that was created for them when they were added to the account. When they log in, they can see their assigned books, which were those assigned using the Assign button, and the reading list to which they have been added to. Students can read their book quickly, easily in the Bookshare Reader for Web by selecting the Read Now button. This opens the book in the browser without having to download any book files. The reader provides highlighted text with synchronized audio and provides many options for customization. Students can customize the audio by selecting the voice and audio speed. They can select the text size, and they can select the font. They can select the character spacing. They can choose whether or not to have a paginated or scrolling display. They can adjust the margins and the line spacing. They can also select the color scheme. Some students will prefer a light background with dark text, while others may prefer a dark background with light text. There are many other options in between. Students can also select the color for the sentence line highlight, as well as the word level highlight. When they have established their settings, they can go to the table of contents and begin to read where they wish. They can either select the play button or double-click anywhere on the page to begin reading.
Who's there? He shouted. I warn you, I'm armed. There was a pause. Then, smash. The door was hit with such force that it swung.
Students also have the option of downloading the book in a variety of file formats. They can download the book as an audio file, BRF, EPUB, or Word. Students can also read Bookshare books on the Bookshare Reader for mobile. It is our free app for iOS and Android devices. They log into their Bookshare account through the app and select the book they wish to read. They select the Read Now button and have options to customize the audio, text, page, and color. They can select the chapter they wish to read and select the play button.
Chapter 3, The Letters from No One. The escape of the Brazilian boa constrictor earned Harry his longest ever punishment. By the time
There are other free and low-cost apps for mobile devices and specialized assistive technology devices. The Reading Tool Wizard, located in our Help Center, can help you and your students find the best tool for the devices they have access to at school and at home. For an example, if they have access to an iPad at home, select the iOS, and here we list recommendations for apps that work best with that device. For students who use assistive technology devices such as Braille note takers, they would select the Braille note taker, and here we have information for a variety of the common popular devices in that category. We have a robust online learning center found under the Help Center. It contains many helpful resources, including the ABCs of Bookshare for Educators. The ABCs pages have great resources to help you get started with Bookshare easily. Here you will find information, short video tutorials, and how-to guides on all of Bookshare's features, including many that we didn't have time to cover today, but are useful as you implement Bookshare. We also have a help center where you can search for information, find answers to frequently asked questions, as well as the contact information from our customer support team who are available by phone and email. Bookshare contains over 1 million titles, but you might find that there's a book you need that we don't have. You can request it by going to our Help Center and selecting the I can't find a book, can I request it link. This will take you to a page that has the book request form. Be sure to indicate the book is required for school and enter in as much information as possible. The ISBN is particularly helpful. When you have finished, select the Next button, and the request will be submitted to our customer support team. Implementing any new technology in the classroom can be challenging. But through the over 20 years of supporting Bookshare in schools, we have found what policies and procedures at the district or school level can help it make implementing Bookshare more successful. These include designating one or more persons to be the Bookshare point person who can help train educators and ensure the accounts are updated each year. Coordination with the IT team who can ensure Bookshare is accessible across devices and load any apps on devices if necessary. Determining ahead of time what books will be used throughout the year and assign them to students. Adding individual memberships to student accounts to promote reading independence. Showing students how they can customize their reading experience. Find genres that are highly engaging to help students see that reading can be a fun and rewarding activity. Look for textbooks and state or district curriculum titles in Bookshare's library. Request what is not currently available as far ahead of time as possible. Create or subscribe to reading lists. Now it's time to get started. Find out if your school or district has a Bookshare account. If not, sign up. On your My Bookshare page, add your qualified students, assign books, and show students how they can log in and read their books. Here are some helpful resources to get you started. The ABCs of Bookshare for Educators, the Reading Tools Wizard, the Help Center, and our customer support information. I hope today's session has been informative and that you are excited to start using Bookshare with your qualified students today. I will leave you with a short video testimonial from a current Bookshare student member.
I would remember getting so angry at myself because I would read something and not have any idea what it meant. I remember thinking that I would never learn how to read until I got tested for dyslexia.
Bookshare has changed her life. She has her app set. It looks like a Kindle. Every word is highlighted and she hears the word as it's highlighted and the highlighting moves across the screen.
Aware of being on his feet with the loud, not really tuneful singing all around him.
Bookshare kind of put me in my own world, and I found out that this is how everybody feels when they read.
She loves to read, and that cannot be attributed to anything but Bookshare.